Okay, get this copied and posted into the chat. Okay, so we need qualifying results. So welcome along. And we find ourselves in the fictitious place of Saint Croissant C this week. I've no idea how you say the official name of this track. Saint Croix, I don't know. So we'll go with Saint Croissant because why not? And to start off with then, so coming out of the last round at Brands Hatch, we've got our championship leader, Jezza. The dates doesn't seem to be too much that happened out of the stewards' results from last week. So other than chaos that you can see here getting a qualifying penalty, I don't think there was too much change to any of the results. So pretty much it's as we stand. So Jezza still at the top with a 6-point lead over D-Dubs and Big Popper in third behind him, with both the BMW drivers doing pretty well in the championship standings at the moment. And then naturally, because of their good results, they are leading by quite a significant margin in the constructors as well, with 209 points over the Beetle pair with 142 points, and then again a little bit ahead, not by much though, of the Audi R8s with 137 points. So that's our top threes in both championships. But now we've got a rather difficult track. There's a lot of corners. A lot of people hated this going into the race, but actually it provided a lot of really good racing across all the tiers, it seems. So yeah, we will just go through qualifying now and see where people, what the sort of the pace was people were at. So as we said, Chaos had a qualifying ban, so he doesn't set a time. So he finds himself in 16th place. Then in 15th place, we've got Gilby with a 3-minute 39.4. So I think perhaps maybe not having had much practice at this track. So he finds himself in 15th place. Then we've got Steve in 14th place in the old Porsche RSR. So that's a time of 3 minutes 36.9. So a little bit off the pace, but perhaps again, just learning the track this week. I know a lot of guys here, they don't do, not everyone that gets quite as much practice in going through this. So in 13th place, we've got Fracas, and he set time of 3:36.1. In 12th place, we've got Fred, who set 3:35.3, nearly a second faster than Fracas behind him. In 11th place, we've got Phil in the Z4 with a 3-minute 33.5, starting to get into tighter territory now. Just a couple of hundredths ahead of him in 10th place is Jocker with a 33.505. And then in 9th place, we've got Felipe with a 33.0, almost making it into the 32s. In 8th place, we find Big Popper with a 3:32.6, getting a little bit quicker still now. It's just nearly half a second faster than Felipe behind him. In 7th, we've got Damon in the mighty Lexus. Actually, the Lexus doing pretty good across the tiers that have it at this track. Seems to be well suited to it, although the tyre wear is quite abysmal. So where are we up to now? That's 7th place. So in 6th place then, we've got Deck in the Audi R8 at 3:31.8. This is getting very tight at the top now. just over a second off of the pole lap. Then in 5th place, we've got Blade Runner with a 3:31.6, less than a second, 9/10 off our pole position. Our championship leader, Jezza, is in 4th place with a 31.1, less than half a second now between 4th and 1st place. So getting really tight with these guys. Then we've got D-Dubs in 3rd place with a 31.0, almost just missing out on the 30s. Then we've got Abule in the Beetle with a 3-minute 30.8. So this time going a little bit quicker than his teammate this time out. And then in pole position, we have Beck going for a 3:30.7. So very tight at the top. Very good pace from these guys. And as we come into the start of this race, let's jump to the cinematic view to see how we go. But just quickly run through as well, because this is a real tire shredder of a track. So we'll just run through the grid quickly just to see if anybody decided to go on the medium for the sprint. They didn't. So everyone goes on the softs coming into the grid start of this race. So let's stop waffling and get on with the race, shall we? So 3, 4, 5 red lights. We're looking to see if anyone makes a jump start. It's a long hold and everyone gets away cleanly. Abule gets a little bit slow, allowing Jezza to catch up behind him. And I think that's Joka and Fred both managing to close up a couple of positions as well. The acceleration of the little BRZ is very good. However, look up ahead. We've got Jezza and Abule in 1st position. Beck is looks like he's going to go for a move, manages to get through cleanly. Everyone else behind, I think also this is a fantastic start to the race. Everybody getting through nice and clean. There has been a few positions changed. We've got Chaos Druid all the way up into 13th place, 3 positions made up in the first corner alone. This is a great start for Chaos. Joka has unfortunately moved down, I think, a couple of positions down into 12th, not getting quite as good a start as he wanted. Fred is there as well, down in 12th. Fracas is in 11th, back down to 12th now. So both the BRZs getting actually a relatively good start through these corners. The downforce of the BRZs will definitely work well for them. Then we've got Big Popper in 9th, fighting for position against Felipe. This is going to be a difficult place. This is not a place you would like to go side by side normally. So, it looked a little bit like Big Popper was trying to get the switch back on him, but Felipe kept the door closed firmly on that one. He gets a bit of a contact as that Phil goes a little bit deep, but slightly dirty tyres, but manages to hang on to that position. Felipe will be looking to close that gap though now as it goes a little bit deep again. Felipe's going to go around the outside. Phil's going to be compromised coming into this set of corners. It just gets a tiny little bit of contact with Felipe, who manages to hang onto that really well. As Big Popper collects the barrier coming across the bridge, he's going to slow down massively because of that contact. That allows Fred to come through. He's got the slip as he actually pulls out of the slip as well because Phil moves back over. As Big Popper gets a huge slide coming out of the exit. Hangs on to it though, and now they come down to one of the longest straights in the game. They look like a little bit of contact again, so will we see anyone managing to make a move here? Felipe's got a bit of a good sized gap behind him to Phil, but now we've got D-Dub super close to Blade Runner in front. Are they going to be working together, trying to close the gap to everyone in front of him? I think they are. This is good, clever and smart driving from D-Dubs. He's in a championship contention, so he needs to... Well, in fact, all of them are really. Even Blade Runner's having a real good surge at the halfway point of the season, so working smarter, not harder, these guys, trying to close the gap to those in front. Then we've got Beck, who's down in 4th place now. Dex managed to make his way up into 3rd, so this is really good for his championship hopes. He wants to hang on to as many first position points as possible. Then we've got Jezza, our championship leader, in 2nd place behind his teammate Abule. Will we see any team orders between these two guys, or are they still fighting for it on merit? Abule going for another sort of comic 2D art style car, and it really does look absolutely brilliant. Massive fan of the liveries that he chooses. So let's just have a look back down the bottom of the grid. So Gilby finds himself still in last place from the start of the grid. The RCZ not always the best off the line, and perhaps a little bit of unfamiliarity with the track as well. Then we've got Damon, who's all the way back down in 15th now, not having a good start to this race at all. Fred's in 14th. We've got Steve in 13th place in the 911. The old one, the RSR, just flashing his hazards there, either saying thank you or just apologising for something that may have happened that we missed. We've got Fracas in 12th. He's one position up so far. Jockers in 11th place. Chaos now up into 10th place. Absolute redemption for his qualifying ban. Reverse grid pole already, and even if he did manage to stay there, he would unfortunately have to start last in the feature race again as well, as is the rules. Oh, as he goes a bit deeper, he's going to lose it. Oh, he just about misses out, or just misses... Oh, there's more contact behind as well, so that's Gilby as well. Oh dear, the Chaos going the wrong way now. That is disappointing for him. He was doing so well before that. So Gilby getting a little bit of contact, not too sure who with, but finds himself still in 14th place. We've got Damon down in 15th place. We've got Damon in 14th. We've got Fred with a 3-second penalty. So was that the cause of the contact to Gilby in 15th place and getting a penalty for that as well? Then we've got Stevie's now up into 12th place, managing to get through that bit of carnage unscathed. Fracas is in 11th as a result of that one as well. Jocker finds himself in 10th place, so Jocker inherits the reverse grid pole position. We've got Big Popper in 9th. Not enjoying it, actually, it seems, this time out. Opting for a very wide entry. And then Jocker has got a much better run through that corner, but the power of the M6 is definitely going to come good, as I think now it looks like Big Popper's just going to be pushing Jocker along, trying to close the gap to fill in front in 8th position. And will we see him dive to the inside at the corner? No, he manages to stay very close behind, braking in the dirty air, but gets it stopped in time. So again, working smarter with those around him to try and close up to the front, really pushing the track limits, and also currently setting the fastest sector as well, going purple. Oh, there's a bit of what happened there with Phil, not too sure. Oh, there's a bit of contact, argy-bargy, a little bit of lag as well coming into play. So we've got a yellow flag from somewhere above, so we're just going to quickly jump back and see what happens here. I think that's just Phil getting it wrong on his own. Jocker manages to get through completely. Oh, it's a Abule. And somewhere along the line, Dex managed to get in front of the pair of them. We're going to have to come back again just to see what happened. Oh, is that a little bit of contact from his teammate? It is, and then he gets an extra little tap just to spin him round just for good measure. That is so disappointing for Abule. He had such a good start to this race. And now he's getting swamped from everybody. He's going to find himself back down in 10th place. Can't get it stopped to go around the corner. His tyres are knackered. And now he's in 12th place. He's got 3 laps left to try and get himself at least into 10th to get reverse grid pole, try and salvage something from this sprint race. But that is so disappointing for Abule. And as a result of that, then let's run up to the front of the grid we've got Beck trying to make a move on Blade Runner for third place, that last podium position. Felipe also making his way up the grid. And with all that action behind, Deck is absolutely running away with this one. Currently set the fastest lap of 3:30.2. Rapid from it, and going faster still through what are we at, the second sector I think we're through now. So Deck is absolutely running away with this one, certainly not helping his reputation in the tier for being an alien. He's just running away with it. So Jezza still hanging on to second place, but it does look a little bit like Beck has managed to close the gap just a tiny amount, and he's going to need as many points as possible to hang on to that championship lead. Getting a very nice line onto the bridge. Beck behind, pulling a gap on Blade Runner as well, setting his personal fastest sector as well. Now I think the gap to Jezza in front of him is going to be a little bit too large this lap, or this time round, to make any kind of move by the end of the straight. He may close it up a little bit, although in that camera angle it looks like he's closing it up massively. As we can see, D-Dubs looks like he's got a run on Blade Runner. He has. And is he going to get the move done by the end of the pit straight? Oh, it's not a pit straight, is it? Just the end of the straight. And he gets the move done comfortably. Blade Runner gets a much tighter exit. That's going to allow him to close up through the S's. D-Dubs has been very consistent. Oh, it goes a little bit wide through there. That's going to allow Blade Runner through on the outside. This is a very tricky corner. You've got to set it up right. Maybe he can get him coming into this final right-hander. It seems not at the moment. So he's got one more opportunity. He sets himself up for a very good exit on this last corner, and he might be able to get it done along the pit straight. Carrying good speed through that last corner. But presumably, so did D-Dubs, and the M6 is definitely pulling away from Blade Runner now. So D-Dubs is going to have Jezza on his... Oh, as Beck's managed to get the move done as well. Let's just jump back and see when that one happened. Oh, I've gone way too far, haven't I? Oh, Beck taking a very, very tight line through there. I think this might be a mistake from Jezza, because that gap looks pretty big, and there we go, he's gone way too deep through that last corner. That's allowed Beck to close up massively, and there we go, he's got the slip, he gets the move done even before the first corner, first left kink, holds it onto the inside. Jezza's got nothing to do to fight back for that one, unless he can get a really good corner exit through here. Might get the slip up to the exit, or to the end of the straight, and then get a good entry. Late on the brakes, dives to the inside, already going for the move on the outside, on the inside, sorry, of the straight, but I think the Lexus is going to have the legs on him. No, it doesn't, it goes for the moves. It might be a switchback from Beck. Absolutely textbook overtake from Jezza, and really good spatial awareness from all these drivers at the moment. So it's back to business as usual. Beck is going to be in the dirty air, but really has got a lot of power in that Lexus, and all over the back of Jezza again. deck up above has managed to get himself a half-second penalty. We just saw as he went out the shot there. Not too sure he's managed to get that one. So we'll just jump back at the minute, just try and keep an eye on everybody at the minute. But I'm just so worried that I'm going to, as soon as I go off these guys, Beck's going to get that position back. You see Felipe really close on the back of D-Dubs, sorry, not D-Dubs, Blade Runner now. D-Dubs still got a slightly comfortable gap to them behind. And it looks like this little group at the front have really pulled quite a bit of room on the guys at the back. So we've got a Fracas in 7th place. He's had a good start, actually. He started in 13th. Good evening, Blade Runner. Hello there. Then we've got Phil in 8th place, having had a few slippery moments in the Z4, but holding on to a good position in 8th. Abuele's managed to work his way back up into 9th place now after his awful incident at lap 2. Absolutely devastating result for him, but clawing some points back for the sprint race, and currently set to start 2nd in the feature race. So clearly got the pace in this race. So this could still work out well for the Beetle driver. Jocka now down in 10th place. Big Popper still in 11th, really not having a particularly good race this time out. Then we've got Stevie in 12th. Damon's in 13th. Fred's in 14th with Chaos all over the back of him again. Recovering some more positions from his spin earlier on. And it looks like he might have that move done. Does he? Not quite. Fred really is hanging on to this one. He's got the Minister of Defence behind him. And as he gets the corner, all kinds of wrong, hits the barrier and just lets Chaos sail on past. So he's got a bit of damage as well. Gilby quite far enough through at the back, so I don't think he's going to lose that position, not going to be threatened too much. So let's jump back up to the guys at the front, see what's coming on. We've got Phil looking like he's going to make a move on Abule coming through. He doesn't quite get the move done this time around. So Abule is safe for another lap, or for the final lap. There's been so much action I didn't even realise it was on that last lap. So Fracas, really good result, up in 7th. Felipe just dropping off a little bit from Blade Runner now in 6th place. So Blade Runner's in 5th. This is a good result for Blade Runner. Solid position in 5th place. Puts him right in the middle of the grid, well, right in the middle of the top 10 at least, for the feature start as well. So getting a really good start on that one. Really looking forward to seeing what the strategies are for these guys in the feature race, as D-Dubs can't quite close the gap to Jezza and Beck in front of him. I think this is going to be it for these guys. So at some point Beck did manage to get back in front of Jezza again. Jezza now gets a... oh, what happened there? That looked like Beck just gave the position over. Let's just jump back and see what happens here. So it goes through, holds pretty good speed. What? Okay, so he goes defensive. brakes a little. Oh, brakes very early. Why on earth did he brake so early there? Or was he just trying to help Jezza out? Not too sure. Oh, gets a little bit of contact. That's going to slow him down. D-Dubs might get this. I mean, maybe he was even in... maybe he paused the thing, because he's going so slow right now. What is going on with Beck? Just handing positions left, right and centre. Absolutely no idea what's going on there. Really baffling me, that one. Maybe someone in the tier will know and can let me know, but here we go. So, coming up to the last few corners then, Deck not getting the best of the qualifying times, but it doesn't seem to have mattered a little bit, because he has definitely had the race pace, as we've come to see and recognise throughout the whole season. And look at that, he's a country mile ahead of everyone behind him. He's definitely in the wrong tier, as he goes for some nice sweeping curves and flashes his lights to celebrate as he comes across the line for yet another podium. Deck gets first place. We've got Jezza hanging on to his championship lead at the moment with second place. Good result for him. D-Dubs takes third. Blade Runner closes up into fourth place. Beck somehow, I don't know what he was doing, but gets fifth. Felipe Mazda gets sixth. Fracas gets seventh. Great result for him. Phil gets eighth. Big Popper is ninth. Abule gets 10th. That's reverse grid pole. It's a condolence finish for him, or consolation finish for him at least. Then Stevie gets 11th. Damon very close behind in 12th. Chaos finishes 13th. Could have been a lot better, but unfortunate incident for him earlier. Fred gets 14th. Gilby's in 15th. And Jocker, something's happened to Jocker along the way, because he finds himself all the way down in last place now. That is not a good result for him. Right, let's jump out of this one and get ourselves lined up for the feature race. That was a great sprint from the Tier 5 white guys. Absolutely stellar driving from everybody. And I've got to give myself a drink. Absolutely. Yeah, his pace is very good. If you look at the wiki results on the ALR thing, he has very good pace. He's definitely higher than a lot of the higher tiers above. So yeah, I imagine we will definitely see him getting promoted at least one tier, if not two. So then, let's run through this. At the front then, Abule takes the reverse grid pole. He's going for the mediums to start off with. The medium is possible to do a one-stop. If you can fuel save and get to lap 8, you can do the medium soft. If not, then you will start on the mediums and go to maybe lap 6 or 7 and then switch to the hards. Other than that, there's also the 2-stop strategy to go for as well. And that's a medium soft soft, or maybe a medium soft, depending on how hard you're pushing and how much your tyres wear out. So he starts on the mediums in the first place. We've got Big Popper in second, also going for the mediums. Phil's in third, going for the mediums. Fracas starting on the softs, so trying to make up as many positions as he can. It's not too bad, but he definitely won't be able to do more than 4 laps on that one. Then we've got Felipe in 5th, going for the hards. He'll probably be doing the one-stop then. Then we've got Beck in 6th, also going for hards. The Lexus is tricky on its tyres, so maybe that's a one-stop. We might see him do a 2 if he decides he can do maybe 3 laps on the soft seat, so he gets to 6th and 6th lap and then goes to it. Oh, was it starting on softs from by mistake? Was it Chaos? I mean, easily done. I did that as well. Fortunately, only in a practice race. managed to make the medium soft work for myself, but it was not easy. Then we've got Blade Runner in 7th then, also going for the hards. D-Dubs on the hards in 8th place. We've got Jezza in 9th going for the hard, so he's going to be going for the one stop, I imagine, trying to make up as much time as possible with that one. Deck, our reverse, our winner from the sprint in 10th. Then we've got Stevie in 11th on mediums, Damon's on the hards in 12th, Fred's on the mediums in 13th, Gilby goes for the hards in 14th, Jocker is on the hards in 15th, and Chaos is on the hards in 16th. So Chaos needs to stay on track and be super consistent, and we know that he is. We've seen him do that before, and he will naturally get his way back up the grid. So I'm low-key hoping for some good things here from Chaos. So let's get back to the front of the grid, and we are going to jump on with Phil, because that Z4, I think, is going to swamp the M6 before we even get to the first corner. Because that is at least what happened to me on the start-finish straight. Gunmad came round, just sailed past me in the Z4 before turn 1 even came into view. So here we go, everyone getting into line for the slip. There he is, look at, he's closed the gap already. Big Popper being defensive though. And Felipe looks to have made a move already. Oh, and there's been contact. You can hear it. Where's he gone? We're going to jump back. There he is. What happened here? So, nothing happening behind. He sees the opportunity, he goes for the gap, and this is going to be all kinds. Oh, he gets contact, pushed into the wall, and he just drags him in, and that is not the start that he would have wanted. Oh, he's all the way down into 12th place now. Damon looks like he's got a better exit. He's going to have the run on him as well. So Felipe is going to have to be defensive into turn 3, but it looks like Damon's already got the move done. Oh, he's going to be late on the brakes again, the hard tyres. Oh, just about avoids contact with Stevie. Very good awareness and reactions from Felipe. Now it looks like there's even more contact happening up above. Oh, Stevie finds himself in the wall, or the barrier at least. Fred leaving plenty of room, probably a little bit too much room, as it allows Stevie through, but Felipe can sniff that position as well, and he's going to try for it. Dives to the inside, is late from Felipe as well. Fred leaving plenty of room yet again. Very good spatial awareness from Fred. Felipe has to overslow that through that corner just to make sure he doesn't make contact. Okay, let's get back to the right view. So, disappointing start for Felipe. However, Fred is a man on a charge at the moment. Looks like he was right up close and personal with Stevie, but I thought Felipe was going to get through then. Fred is definitely being a little bit too generous with how much room he's leaving. Stevie gets the corner wrong, and it's going to allow Fred to close the gap. The Porsche is very quick on acceleration though, so it looks like he might have got it. Oh, there we go, Felipe. Oh no, that's not Felipe, it's Deck ahead, looking to make a move on the championship leader, and gets the move done already, and on the hard tyre. So the Beetle definitely doesn't like hard tyres, I know that much. But it is a long race. Deck may be opting to go for a two-stop. We will have to wait and see. The big question is, can he make another move before the end of the pit straight? And it looks like he's going to go for it. He's had the slip all the way down, dives to the inside. D-Dubs might be able to get a switch back on this one. They are very close, but it looks like he's got it done. D-Dubs still opting to... No, that's it, he's fallen off it now. So Deck has managed to make three positions now since the start of the race, and was still on lap 1. As D-Dubs really closed up the gap just quickly then. Filling Deck's mirrors, full of that front end of the Beamer, trying to force an error. Oh, we missed 3 overtakes from Druid as well. Right. Chaos is up into 13th place, so we're going to come back. Let's give him some screen time because he's not had a good one. So he's got one on Jocker already. It looks like Jocker may have had a bit of an error earlier on. And he gets a really good exit out of the right-hander. This corner that they're just going through now absolutely flummoxed me for the longest time, but Chaos, showing his skill, gets a really good exit through that set of corners, and now we've got another couple of sharp left-handers. There's lots of time to be made up here if you get these corners right. You see Gilby going a little bit wide through there. Doesn't seem to have made too much difference at the moment, so we're going to have to see this little S section before the bridge. Really quite difficult to get absolutely right. Gilby really swinging around. The 911 of Chaos really looking much more planted through that set of turns. And you can see Chaos has managed to close that gap quite substantially. He's well in the slip of Gilby. As we've got Damon defending from Jocker as well, just in the background. But now we can see Chaos is definitely going to have a good run coming out of the straight. And this is going to be a very simple overtake. As it looked like he just tucked back in again. There we go. So he runs out a puff along the straight. The RCZ somehow manages to have the legs on him. But coming into the corner, Chaos puts it on the inside, closes the door, parks it on the apex, doesn't allow any room for Gilby to get through, and that is it. 3 positions as well up for Chaos. Great driving, even still on the first lap as well. So Felipe has been making a bit of a charge. He's still in 12th place. He's definitely got some pace, but he just can't seem to make it past anyone in front of him. Maybe going a little bit too desperate and compromising his racing line a little bit too much. I say that as he's just about to put it on the inside, and then just going for moves that just aren't gonna come out to anything. And because he's going so tight on entry, has to slow the car through the corner and allows everyone else past again. Although saying all that, that last corner he was on absolute rails. So gets a really good exit, and oh no, gets a bit of contact again, and he puts himself in the wall. Felipe. Oh, if a commentator curse could work in replays, I mean, is just, he was flat out through that first left-hand kink, and when you're side by side, you just have to lift just a tiny little bit, and as a result, there was contact, and the GT7 physics being what it is, it just put him in the wall. Oh, as Gilby goes into the wall again behind him, so at least he's got one position back. And now he's got to do it all over again. This is just going from bad to worse, and must be so frustrating for him. So let's jump up and see what's happening at the midfield at the moment. Jezza in 10th place. Fred's managed to get in front of him, I think. And D-Dubs is still in 8th place. Then we've got Deck in 7th place, still in 7th. We've got Phil in 6th. Blade Runner is, I think Blade Runner's made a couple of positions at least yet, because he started in 6th, I think it was. So good start for Blade Runner. Positions on merit in this first stint. Then Beck's in 4th, got a comfortable gap to Blade Runner behind, but still got quite a bit of room to Fracas in front of him, and Fracas now having a much better feature race than he did sprint race. Actually no, he did have a good sprint race as well, didn't he? He got all the way up to 7th. So qualifying wasn't his best, but his race pace is pretty good. Nice and close to Big Popper in front of him, setting a purple sector time as well. So he's definitely in the window to make an overtake. He's going to have a sniff. Here we go. Comes across the inside well before the braking zone. Brakes a little bit early. Big Popper trying to go late on the brakes to stay around the outside. Fracas, very good defensive line. Stops it from... Oh, that looked like Big Popper was going wide through that one. Of course, Blade Runner, yeah. Fracas is on the softs, whether that was a mistake or not. So, I mean, it still might work out. If he can make it work as a reverse one-stop, so softs to begin with, he can do 4 laps, even with full fuel. So he's had a bit of traffic up until this point. You can see Abule is miles ahead, so he'll be loving this. But Fracas, if he plays his cards right, keeps it pointing in the right direction, he can potentially have a lot of clean air, because he will be one of the first people to pit, and as everyone else pits behind him, just needs to keep it consistent. And yet, mediums all the way to the end. He could do this. There's a podium definitely on the cards for Fracas. Now Abule all the way in the front. Absolute redemption for the sprint race for Abule. This is a really good or at least start of the feature for him. But let's not count out Deck, because he has shown time and again his ability to be consistent, to not make mistakes, to get the right strategies, and get some really good results. So let's jump back then and see. And we've had somebody disconnect as well. I think we started with 16, so I'm not too sure who's gone. So Gilby's in, Damon's in, Jocker's still in. We've got Felipe up into 12th, so recovering one more time up into 12th. Then we've got Fred in 11th. Chaos is all the way up into 10th place now, so good points for Chaos. At least it was, yes, Stevie P in the Porsche. The old 911, not too sure what happened to him then, whether that was a disconnect or a rage quit. But unfortunate not to have the extra driver. He did have some really good pace in the sprint. So D-Dubs is closing up on his championship rival Jezza in, well, D-Dubs is in 9th, and he said in Discord, oh, well, that was a couple of days ago, and it's probably 500 messages since then, so I'm not going to scroll through. But it's disappointing nonetheless. Would have been good to have him for the rest of the race, but I'm sure we might get an opportunity to see him again. So Jezza and D-Dubs pretty much tit for tat on their lap times. Phil also pretty similar consistency as well. There's a bit of a spread happening now between everyone. Much more the difference between the tyre compounds definitely showing up more than the sprint race where everyone's on the softs. So the difference in compounds really evident. As Fracas, I think he could have made an extra lap, but unfortunately having to pit at the end of lap 3, so it's going to be a 2-stop. Does he go for another set of softs? I mean, I doubt he'll go for the hards, but he is putting in a lot of fuel. It's a full tank, so yeah. And he's gone for the mediums. This is interesting. So we're gonna, I hate to say this, but I think he may have just thrown that one away. But we'll have to just wait and see. Oh, as he gets that one a bit wrong. Cold tyres and different compound, doesn't have as much grip as he had before. Still, over the next few laps, we're going to see people pit ahead of him, so he's going to start to get some of these positions back. The 2-stop can technically be only a couple of seconds slower than the 1-stop, but it all depends on consistency and traffic. To those ahead of you. So let's jump up then and see where everybody is. Felipe has managed to drop down into 13th. He was 12th earlier on, the last time we saw him. Yeah, so lap 2 a 3:43, not great, and lap 3 again a 3:34. So he's I think there's a bit of frustration coming out from Felipe at the moment. He just needs to settle his nerves and take a couple deep breaths, lock back in, and get his head down. Just start hitting those apexes, getting your braking points right, and we'll see him start coming back through the grid. Now we've got Jocka in 11th, Chaos is in 10th. Fred, really good result for Fred. Following D-Dubs through, looks to go to the inside, thinks better of it. Oh, what a time to get a phone call. So will we see the little BRZ? I think he's close enough to D-Dubs in front of him to make a little bit, well, to at least follow in the slip. I don't think the Subaru has enough top end in it to make an overtake. He might be able to brake late and get moved on at the end of the straight, but currently not able to convert that. Oh, excuse me. We'll think through this little S's section. The BRZ is where it's going to start to shine, but it looks like D-Dubs has managed to pull away just enough from Fred to not really be too much of a worry. That M6 really is good at these kind of tracks though. So then we'll jump a little bit further up to the grid. I don't think there were any other soft drivers. Oh, as D-Dubs goes real deep through the last corner, that might allow Fred to close up again, and I think it has. Look at that, the difference. Just because of getting that exit wrong. Fred now on the outside, trying to go for the long way round. Oh, gets it done very nicely. Clips the wall though, so the overspeed kind of null and void, but manages to hang on. And D-Dubs with a really good exit as well, so we're going to see this position switch by the end of this straight. We might well do. We'll hang on to him at the moment. Chaos also not too far behind. Got a sniff. If these two make a mistake, he's there ready to pounce. And there's the mistake. D-Dubs goes deep. Can Chaos convert this? Oh, it doesn't quite seem it. Might get a better line through here, and D-Dubs is on the outside. Can Chaos keep it on the inside? Brake early, or sorry, brake late, and nope, doesn't quite have the right angle on it there. If he'd gone out a little bit wider, maybe could have got on the parallel a little bit earlier and got the cutback. So D-Dubs is not having as good a sprint race, sorry, a good feature race as he did on the sprint on the hard tyre. Maybe regretting that choice just a little bit. So Fred pulling away now from D-Dubs. He is on the mediums, obviously, so has much better tyres. Jezza is in 7th and has a bit of a gap. We see Phil is in 6th and Deck is up to 5th position now. All still before the first pit stop. And even on the slowest compound, he's still absolutely rapid. Less than a second and a half off of the fastest lap at the minute. And he will have a lot of traffic to try and get through whilst he's doing all of that as well. So his times are very good at the moment, getting faster and faster each lap as the fuel weight goes down and the tyre wear still holds on the hards. Blade Runner up to 4th position. This is good for him, but he has going to have to get his elbows out pretty soon and try and keep Deck behind him. As it looks a little bit, I mean, look at the difference in tyres now between Blade Runner. The Porsche is very good on its tyres, very light and nimble in comparison to the Lexus. And Beck's tyres are going through their second phase. He's going to start losing a lot of grip now. He's really going to struggle through some of these fast corners. Well, most of the track is fast corners. Oh, and there we go. So Blade Runner comes in off the hard tyres. Quite easy to do 7 laps on the medium tyre, so that's a pretty good move, going for the undercut. So Beck is promoted into 2nd place now. We've got Big Popper also in the pits. Abule on the mediums, still got enough life to go another couple of laps, but his times will start dropping off. You can see now already from lap 4 is 34 and then a 35 on the last lap, so tyres already starting to lose their place. The hard runners of Beck and Deck will start closing that gap. However, at the minute it looks to be pretty substantial. Maybe 9 seconds, thereabouts. That's a pretty good lead. I think he'll be okay for the next couple of laps. He'll still have pole position by the time he comes into the pits. So let's run down and see what's happening with these guys. We've got some people that have come in for their pit stops. They're going to have nice fresh tyres. Let's see what they can do through the back of the grid. Chaos now up into 8th position. This is a good result for Chaos. He needs to get past D-Dubs ahead of him though. D-Dubs tyres slightly worse, but not so good as well. The rears of the Porsche a little bit more worn out, as you would expect from an RR car. Then here, what have we got here? So Damon's in 10th, Fracas is in 11th on his mediums. Might go for a soft stint at the end as well. Then we've got Big Popper, and Felipe's making a move on him, and he's going to get it done. I think Felipe's got the legs on him this time round, so long as he can get the braking zone right. Oh, that looked like they were going to come together through that corner, but good driving, spatial awareness from these guys. The Big Popper losing out. Oh, and we've got someone out. What's there a yellow flag for? What happened? Oh, there we go, Joker. One more time. What happens here? Oh, so he takes a very tight line. Chaos. Oh, Chaos collects the wall. And then he gets contact out on his GT7 Physics, doing its best. He's sat on the racing line. Oh. Slightly should have moved out of the way there. But fortunately, it wasn't a terribly tricky manoeuvre for Fracas to get the move done. So that is a massive shame for Joker. He was doing quite well up until this point. And that's going to allow Felipe to sail on past as well. And I think Big Popper's going to get the move done before the corner. Or is he going to go through it? The damage still showed its after effects in that last corner, and he loses an extra couple of positions as Abule comes in at the front of the grid. Oh, Wally's going real wide off that last corner, and that's going to allow D-Dubs to close the gap as well. As we see Deck coming in off the hards as well. That's about where I would have expected the hard runners to come off. You can see the difference in fuel though as well. Abule managing to fuel save a lot more than Deck. Deck really pushing it. D-Dubs comes into the pits as well. So here we go. What is Beck's still out on his hards, so he's going for the one stop, and he's going to be going, I think, out for at least lap 8. Well, actually, really, he should have come in this lap, because the mediums can do 8 laps. Maybe he's just being cautious because of the heavy tyre wear of the Lexus. Then we've got Phil, our resident tyre whisperer. You look at his lap times in comparison to everybody else, and they are just a tiny little bit slower, but the difference is evident because look at his tyre wear. So he's saving his tyres as much as he can, and it's paying off for him. So never count Phil out for a podium. So here we go. Abule, having fuel saved well enough, still comes out in... Oh, he's gone for softs. Wow, now that is brave because... Well, yeah, you can... at a push, you might be able to make the softs last for 5 laps. You've got to be very careful on them though, and definitely got a bit more fuel to worry about as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one pans out, because we've got Deck, who pitted in at the same time as him, and definitely has been pushing it, but a longer pit stop will show itself. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that one. By sort of lap 10 we'll see where these guys are sitting on merit. At the moment though, this is still provisional pole for Abule. Wally is yet to make a pit stop, and we're going to see him come in here because he's got no fuel left. He definitely can't do another lap on that one. Damon with a lot more fuel than Fred ahead of him. The Lexus does have an absolutely massive tank though. Fracas has worked his way up into 6th place, so this is good because he was about here when he pitted the first time round, so we know that he's got some people ahead of him that need to make a pit as well. He's still got to make another pit stop. Well, he might do, he might not, but I doubt he can go to the end on the mediums. And we've got Big Popper in 7th. Not really having the most enjoyable race this time out. No, you're right, Blade Runner. Tier 5 are doing very well. Honestly, I really don't think the difference in time between, you know, the two tier 5s and two tier 4s, and to be honest, you could probably mix up a lot of them, and it wouldn't make much difference because the paces are very, very similar. So Beck's in from the lead, and he will almost definitely be going on the mediums. We've got Wally coming in, or Fred in the back as well. 2% of fuel left, really burning it in the little BRZ. So Beck comes out into 7th place. He's on the mediums. That's it till the end of the race for him. Still got a few people ahead to make pit stops as well, as it looked like. I think Blade Runner got that corner a little bit wrong, maybe a little bit squirrely on exit. Could be easily done. Not using traction control by the look of it. So Deck gets another nice little overtake because of that mistake. So he's up into 5th place. We've got Big Popper spitting out the gravel in 4th, getting loose as well, also not running traction control. Very, very brave in the M6. No assist and VR. Very brave. I mean, I love the immersion of VR, but unfortunately, oh, hello, Big Popper, flash your lights. Yeah, unfortunately, it just makes me way too sick. I think the way, I mean, it looks brilliant. All the, you know, the immersion, the speed, the sounds, everything. It's just brilliant. But I think my brain can tell that I'm still sitting still. So, just wants me to throw up after about. I can usually get maybe 2 to 3 laps, and then I have to take a break. So unfortunately, not something I could carry on with for at least these sort of races. It might well take a while, yeah. I mean, I've heard other people say as well, if you get a fan, that can help. But yeah, I mean, for some of the slower cars, I did the Twingo race in the weekly races this week, and that was great fun. It looked just like the real thing. I mean, obviously it would look like the real thing, but yeah, it was absolutely bundles of fun to drive one of them round. So then, what have we got here? So Fracas, he's still got another couple of laps left in him. I don't think we'll see him come in before lap 9. Phil, I think we're going to see him in. We're going to see him in this lap. He's got a thimble of fuel left, and I think I just caught the end of that conversation there. I think Phil's a VR driver as well. So end of lap 8, really good stint from Phil. 1% fuel left as well. Taking it to the absolute limit. So Abule gets the pole position back for the feature race, and look at the gap behind him. Deck, I mean, so he's just gone round turn 2, and Deck's not even through turn 1 yet. I'm not going to say anything, because even though it's a replay, I don't want to curse Abule. Because there he is, look, right at the end of the pit straight, or sorry, not pit straight, second straight, So this is looking very good for Abule at the moment, and very good as well for Team Beetle, or we should call it Team Yeetle, really, because they are absolutely sending it. So Jezza still in 7th place. I think that's about where he started for the feature as well. He finished in 3rd place, so 10th, 9th. So he started in 8th. Would have been. He's got 1 position up at least, and we will have some people ahead of him that will have to pit again, I think. Beck won't have to pit. Blade Runner might have to pit, but might not. He's definitely going to have to look after his tyres though, because he's got a long stint left to do on them. Fracas definitely has to make another pit stop. They're on their way out. Might see him in at the end of this lap. Big Popper on some mediums. Will he? I don't know if he will make another pit stop. He was on hards to begin with, so I think that's him done. And then Dex on mediums, and we know he's not making another stop, so that's it for them. So Jezza might make another couple of positions. Some of these guys are definitely going to have worse tyres by the end of the race, so he might be able to close it up a little bit. But his tyres aren't necessarily that much better. But he's setting his personal bests. So we've got this group at the front. Jezza's in a little bit of no man's land with that. Phil also in a little bit of no man's land as well, but on the fastest compound available to him. And a lot of clean air as well, which is massively important, especially through all the twisty bits. Really lovely line through that corner. Powers out onto the straight. That's an excellent exit. So then Damon is in 9th place with his indicator on. Not too sure if that is intentional or not. Then D-Dubs is in 10th place. This is not the result he would have been hoping for. Fred's in 11th. Chaos is in 12th place. And what have we got here? So I think Fred might be okay with his softs. Should be able to make it to the end of the race on those if he looks after them nicely. Chaos on his mediums. That will definitely, by the last lap, it will come back towards Chaos. And Abule's in again. Why is Abule in? Because he had to do a 2-stop. So it can be quicker. We've got Blade Runner on pretty used mediums now. Beck's on pretty good mediums still, and Deck is on the mediums as well. I am so surprised by Abule doing that. I think he's... Well, I thought he had the win earlier on, but I think he's just gifted that one back to Deck now. So he's got a lot of work. He's going to absolutely have to nail some qualifying laps out of these softs. He's got his teammate Jezza behind him. Maybe an opportunity to work together between these two. But they're on different strategies, and I don't think Jezza, with those tyres, is going to be able to close the gap to his teammate ahead. So I think Abule is at least going to get a podium, so long as he doesn't bin it. Going a little bit wide, throwing the gravel over the track. Blade Runner still fairly comfortable at the minute. Got a good gap to Abule behind, but that will definitely close down quite quickly. There is a sizable gap to Chaos in front. Well, Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't know that was going to happen. I mean, it's not quite a commentator's curse because it's already happened, didn't it? So it just feels really bad when you say something and then it happens. So the gap isn't massive to Deck in front from Beck. We've seen these two go at it before. I think it was it was the last round out at Brands, actually. Really close finish between the two of them. But at the moment, I think that's a pretty sizable gap, and unless we see a mistake from Deck, I don't think there's going to be able to close anything up that significantly, with 2 laps left to go, and unless Beck can put in some tier 1 times, don't think we'll see anything happen. Oh, he's really on the limit, kicking up grass. Let's just have a look real quickly at his time. So 3:34 and 3:33 on the last lap, and Deck is putting in a 31 and a 32, so I don't think there's any chance at the moment unless unless something happens to Deck, and there it is. He goes off. So that's going to really compromise at least this run down the start finish straight. It's a 33, it's not too bad. Loses a couple of seconds, I think, but it's probably not going to be enough to Beck to do with anything on it. What timing. The dirty tyres will have cleared up by this point now, at least, for Deck. So he hasn't got to worry about that anymore. Although he might have to worry about it a little bit if he keeps pushing it that hard. Goes a little bit wide on that one. Right. Beck's not going to catch him that quickly, I don't think. We'll keep an eye on the grid positions on the left just to see how things go. So Abule has managed to get past Blade Runner, so let's just jump back and see how that one happened. So we're on lap 11. Abule gets a really good run with the soft tyres. He's got the slipstream. It's going to be a very simple manoeuvre here. Setting the fastest first sector as well, definitely. Oh, chaos, no. Oh, okay. We'll run down. Yeah, it's a bit of a slam dunk. He's on the softs, he's on the newer, fresher compound. It's a bit of a slam dunk. It's still a really good position for Blade Runner in 4th in the feature. It's a really good points haul. Jez is in 5th. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything at this point either. We've got Phil in 6th, running a bit of a lonely race, but still, again, really good points for Team Z4. Damon's in 7th as well. So actually, a 2nd and 7th is still a pretty good result for the constructors. Still got his indicator on as well. Oh, not you as well, Blade Runner. D-Dubs is in 8th. Fracas is all over the back of him on his 2nd set of softs, and he's going to make a move as well. This is going to be easily done. Sign, seal, delivered. Gets 8th place as a not too big a gap to Damon in front. He's only going to have probably the end of this lap before those tyres start going off. Oh, D-Dub's getting it all kinds of wrong at the background. Then we've got Chaos in 10th. He's got Big Popper breathing down his neck. So what happens here? Oh, Big Popper taking it real tight through that. This is, oh, there's contact. Oh, how he didn't manage, how he hung on to that one, I've no idea. Big Popper doing the right thing, giving the position back to Druid. Gives him a flash as well, just to say he's sorry. Not too sure if there's any bumping going on from that camera angle, doesn't look like it. Chaos goes a little bit deep. Big Popper not able to get the power down though. So Chaos keeping that position, gets another little bump coming through the long right-hander. Can he get a good exit, avoid the wall? He does, he pulls to the inside of the track to be defensive very early on, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much because Big Popper's going to get a move done. Is he just bumping him along? I think he's bumping him. So Chaos stays defensive. Big Popper moves to the racing line. Is there going to be a switch back through here? Oh, Big Popper getting a little bit loose on the back. Gives Chaos another little moment to breathe. Oh, is he going to go on the grass? Just a little bit. Keeps it on the tarmac though. Not going to suffer too much from that one. Oh, he's out on the marbles this time round though. Not quite getting the right racing line, and keeps his speed nice and high, so he's definitely going to run wide with it. A pair of these guys going hammer and tongs at the minute. Looked a little bit slow through that last corner, and Big Popper might have done a similar sort of time. Like 38.3, 38.3. Yep. So pair of them tit for tat at the moment. Chaos going defensive again. Big Popper's going to get a really good run on this one. Oh, there's another little kiss on the side. Chaos getting loose on exit. This might be it for Chaos. Will Big Popper get this one done? Amazingly, Chaos hanging it around the outside. Big Popper just can't do anything with it. The softs are going off, that's why after all that battling they're going to be getting very hot, and especially the front tyres, they're just over halfway now. So still, just every corner it seems, wow, Big Popper hanging on for dear life through those corners. Right, I'm just gonna, I daren't take my eye off it. I just want to go back up the front and have a look, see what's happening. But I'm worried this is fighting again through the S's. This is not the place to do it. This is so key to get the right thing. He's flashing his lights, his Big Popper, trying to distract Chaos. He doesn't get the right exit there though. Even Jocker's getting a bit wiggly on the exit as well. Right, let's see. Brackus is in 8th place, his tyres are off as well, he's not going to be able to do anything to close up to Damon in front of him. Bill's in 6th place, this is a great result for him. Blade Runner's holding on to 5th. Jezza somehow manages to get in front of him. We didn't see that one. Let's see, because Jezza was in, he's really far back, so we'll scrap that idea. Then we've got Abule in 3rd. His tyres just about. He's not far behind. Turn 2, lap 12. It's a bit far behind, but mistakes happen. So our race leader at the minute, Deck, still got a comfortable gap enough to Beck behind. He did close quite well though. Then we've got Abule. Oh, he goes deep. His soft tyres are going off. Then we've got Jezza in 4th, Blade Runner's in 5th. And let's jump down again and see what's happened with Chaos. He's managed to hold Big Popper off. The soft tyres now much worse than the mediums, and even I think Jocker might look to have a little go as well through this one. Tell you what, we can do a one-lap thing, because where are we? Blade Runner's in 3rd. So we've seen this one. So it was lap 12, wasn't it? There we go. We'll give Blade Runner his moment. Curiosity got the better of me. Oh, and it gets loose on exit of turn 2. That is so easily done. Fortunately, Ghosts, as Jezza sails on by. Sorry, Blade Runner, I couldn't help myself. So let's jump back to the front of the grid again. We're coming through the last section of corners, and we've got a 2-time winner of Deck. This couldn't have been a better result for him. Abule maybe throwing it away a little bit, but Beck gets 2nd place. Abule still gets a phenomenal 3rd position. Jezza gets 4th. This is brilliant for the constructors' results. For the Yeetle runners, Blade Runner still brings it home in 5th despite the accident. Really solid result for Blade Runner. Phil, a lonely race, but brilliant results. Really consistent driving from him in 6th place. Fracas works his way all the way back up into 7th place. Brilliant result for the Cornish driver. Sorry, not Cornish. The Rattlers Cornish. He's Irish. There we go. Damon gets 8th. D-Dubs is 9th. Chaos comes along in 10th. Brilliant result for him, despite the mistakes. Jocker gets 11th. Manages to get the position on Big Popper at the end of the final lap. Fred comes in 13th. Felipe, after making some really awful mistakes for his results, comes along in 14th. This is going to be a race to forget for him. And then we've got Gilby comes along in 15th place as well. And then our disconnect obviously was Stevie at the beginning of the race, I think it was, where he went. And there we go. So, absolutely brilliant racing from Tier 5 this week at Saint Croissant. And the standings, this is obviously pre-stewards. So, with a result, still pretty good results for Team Yeetle. Jezza hangs on to a very narrow lead at the top of the championship with 143 points now after a triple win. So the feature and sprint this week. We had the feature last week at Brands. He's had another couple of round 2 was a couple of wins as well. So Deck is in 2nd place now, 141 points, 2 points behind. D-Dubs didn't get the best result in the feature, might have cost him a little bit this week, but he's still in 3rd position with 125 points. His teammate Big Popper is in 4th place with 108 points just behind. Then we've got 99 points is Fracas, getting a really good double 7th position. Actually, looking at the results, that seems to be his favourite place to finish. Then we've got Beck in. We've got Blade Runner in 6th place on 88 points. Then 5 points behind him, we've got Beck in 7th place. Dr. Esty is in 8th place. Didn't manage to make it out this time round. Jocker in the Subaru is in 9th place, still in the top 10, which is really good for the little BRZ. And he's got points of 52. Then 2 points behind is Abule, and having his best result of the season so far with that 3rd podium place there. So he's on 50 points. Then we've got Phil in 11th with 47 points. We've got Felipe in 12th Oh, I've lost my place with 45 points. And then Damon is in 13th place with 29 points. We've got Black Charizard, who we haven't seen actually since round 2, because he's a reserve driver. So he may have partook in a reserve race on that one. Monty, also a reserve driver. So we haven't seen him out. Druid, suffering from suffering from the qualifying ban and a couple of mistakes. He's in 16th place with 15 points. And Fred is there in 17th with 13 points. And we've got one other full-time driver, which is Gilby, but he's only been full-time recently. So he's in 21st place on 2 points. So there we go. And with our Constructors' Championships at the moment, it is still the BMWs leading with a whopping 233 points. I just saw that pop up there, Chaos. Yeah, absolutely agree. Your pace definitely not, or your results definitely not showing your pace. Just need a tiny bit more consistency, and they'll start coming through. Then we've got Constructors. Second place is the Beatles. Still a really good result for them in with 193 points, and then in third place is the Audi R8s with 186 points. So that's been a brilliant race this week round. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Bluebeard, and we'll look forward to doing it all over again next week. And where are we next week? We're over to the US of A for Blue Moon Infield A Speedway. And yeah, super difficult track. Well, it's a super simple track, but lots of potential to go wrong. So thanks very much for watching. Join me again next week. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe as well.